Hello, hello. Welcome back. We are back for some more Torment, Tides of Numenera. Let's play the game, shall we? Played for what, 15 hours I think it just said? I have no idea how much of this game there is, but they've already listed places that potentially we may go. One of those places is where all of the cast-offs are. That's where Makina wanted to go. And then we heard about the Bloom. And if they're as long as this area, this could be a very long game. Alright, so what we were doing, we found this weird machine. I don't actually want to mess with it, I've decided.
I'm going.
I was going to investigate it, but I don't want to. Jump down, try to climb back down. There we go. We'll use OOM for it. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Here I go.
I wonder if we have OOM attached to us, if he could still use all of his
Of course.
abilities and such. Let's see where this goes. Oh, there's a little hatch here. Oh, I see. I see. Do we have anything new to turn into you? No. Oh, weren't we going to... I don't remember if we did this. Did we go back into our brain? We go back into our brain and talk to the lady that's in there now. Man, I can't stop clearing my throat. Excuse me. Not the ghost woman, but you.
Yes.
Did we ever talk to you again? Talk to her. I like your mind. Nice high ceilings. Yeah, right. Where are you? Okay. That actually didn't help me as much. Is this thing getting crazier?
Let's go.
Or is it has always looked like this? I don't remember it twitching like that.
I'll remember that. Sorrow fragment that sealed it in the first place still remains. This could be bad. Yes.
Ruh-roh. As you cross through the portal, you hear the ringing of synth plate being battered, followed by frantic shouts. Focus, villain. Keep the beast away from me. I just need a little more time. You think focus is my problem? There's a piece. This is a piece of the sorrow, not some broken hound. Brothers, calm yourselves. Our friend is not lost as we feared. He will help. Strange. I saw it place a barrier against you mere seconds ago. You broke through so quickly. No matter. I have an esoteria that may banish this creature, but I need a few moments longer to prepare it. Assist Kamos and Viona in defending me, so I may do so. Or, you know, you could help. How do we know that the ritual of yours will even work? Yeah, no, we got this. As you say, if you have any knowledge of Numenera, you might also assist me, speeding the process. Get over here if that is true, otherwise I'll complete it myself. Any knowledge of the Numenera? What does that mean? The sorrow fragment snarls at Vion, preparing another assault. The threat of violence triggers a reflex deep in your mind, and you subconsciously begin to summon reflections of your current companions. Oh, this just let me just summon my companions to fight alongside. I see. Talk to him to speed up the process. 99 health? Yikes. Oh, dang it. Make an illusion. And then can you get? I know combat isn't the focus here, but it's so bad.
Let's go.
It's not good. I wonder if it's possible to even beat it. Bro, aren't you supposed to be casting a spell? Why are you fighting it? Get over here. A 0% chance, you say? Well, you're done.
I think that's best.
Get him, illusion. Sorrow fragment charge up. That doesn't sound good. Brimming with sorrow energy. That doesn't sound good at all. Are we gonna hit by a huge AoE? All enemies within short range. And if they fail to resist, take damage from combo. And that wouldn't be in range.
Sure.
Did that interrupt it? Where are you going? Okay, whatever. His arms fold and extend in peaceful undulations as he drones a language you do not understand. Motes of light float around his hands. His eyes meet yours. It is a complex esotery that I devised to protect against the sorrow. I regret I was never able to make it strong enough for that creature, but perhaps it will be able to aid us here. You watch his arcane gestures and listen carefully to his words. The ritual is vastly complex, but you begin to recognize a pattern. You understand, perhaps you can assist. With two of us, we can make complete together. Why are these grayed out? Because I don't have an action left? Because I double moved? I see. That's unfortunate. That's some good damage. We're halfway there. Already. Boom. That's not going to do any damage, Oom. I want to be in this big circle. What if we just run away? Yeah, this seems bad.
Maybe let's learn it. I guess.
Ow. That is what I was afraid of. You are very injured. Are you weak to anything? You are dazed and flanked. You have the same amount of armor and resistance. This consumes movement. But I can use that movement to get over here. And then use my action to talk to you? Quick fingers and perception. Your arms swim through the air, matching the nano's movements. The motes of light form an arabesque connecting you, glowing brighter than before. Elegant, this esotery, is it not? Together we can complete it more quickly, but return your attention to the fight for now. I will continue until we've succeeded. So... We're done with that. Let's do a quick save. I don't know if it worked. Retry. Chant a complimentary verse. Thank you. That's by the process greatly. I'm afraid another verse would create too much energy for me to conduct, though. Okay,
I'll
so
remember that.
it's all we did it. Nice. We all survived. With the fragment of the Sorrow gone, you feel new connections being made in your mind. It's as though the Sorrow itself were keeping you from your full potential. Oh, well done. We are in your debt multiple times now. In his debt, it's his fault we're trapped here in the first place, by my count. He stops and stares at his hands. They're transparent and becoming more so. Hey, what's going on? Intriguing. We are no longer tied to this place. Our consciousnesses are finding a more suitable location. What does that mean? Are we dying? Are we free? Neither, I think. It means this part of the mental construct is not ours, not truly. We're being drawn to some place that is. Farewell, friend, brother. I don't know if we'll meet again, but until... Weird.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll remember that.
He looks worriedly to a different corner of the calm. A new portal has appeared where there was only empty space before. They're in there. Defeating that first fragment opened up the way, but there are a lot of them in there. I can feel them. They're feeding on your mind. It's probably better to get rid of them, but I don't know if you can. You'll have to be strong. Stronger than you are now, I bet. I see. How did OOM get in my mind, by the way? Couldn't say, but it was probably imprisoned for a reason, and not just because it shows up in minds uninvited. Be careful. Okay. So we're not strong enough to do that. I see.
On it.
I see.
Fine. Ah, much better.
Let's see here. I need to heal my intellect. There we go. Everyone else is fine. Quick save. Let's go back to the underbelly.
Yes.
And go learn maybe more about the murders. We have Matkina with us. I don't know if having her with is gonna
All right.
help in the investigation route, but I'm assuming it, like, you know, removes her as a suspect.
Let's go.
Wait, actually, didn't she specifically say to show her? We described it, but we didn't show her. Maybe she actually had to see in person.
One moment, and it's done.
Come on. Get over here.
On it.
Inspect the hand. Learn anything? Let's take a look at the circle on the wall. This is the symbol of the Children of the Endless Gate, a splinter sect of the Dendra or her. Wait, did we know that, or we just learned that? Okay. Hey. Matkina, you will tell me if you know anything about this murder, and if you are responsible, reveal the name of your employer now. You know me better than that, or should. Should I? Very well. Lend your expertise to the task at hand. Find me the killer. I suggest you try it first. I've discovered that the Children of the Endless Gate may be involved in Weedle's murder. Interesting. And B2 told me the group had been crushed long ago. I would count it a favor if you continued your investigation. Speak with them, B2 and his acolytes. Tell me if you believe one of them is responsible. Okay.
Yes. Now.
This poor girl over here didn't need to die, though. I don't know that guy. But she didn't need to die. Okay, it's the same information. Alright, let's go talk to them.
I'm going.
Okay. B2, what's up? I see you're still on your feet. Some question was the Dendra Horror. Hoping to get information about that. Trouble going on. Where were you when Folsom's protege was killed? Ah, I have quite an amazing alibi. Is that how you say it? Alibi? I was with Folsom the entire night. He can tell you as much.
Making a note.
I promised Folsom I wouldn't tell anyone how he helps with things. You'll need to ask him if you want to know more. So as you see, I'm beyond suspicion. Tell me about the children of the Endless Gate. The smile falls from his face. I hope you're not asking for the reason I think you are. It began as a branch of the Dendra or her that was more impatient in their appetites. Years ago, my sisters and brothers and I chased them from the city and erased their names from every record. Or thought we had. Perhaps, no. This is the first time I've spoken of the Endless Gate in years. They cannot possibly be involved. I have evidence that they're involved. How can I speak with your acolytes?
I'll remember that.
Oh my, I suppose you have my permission. Do be gentle with them. If they deserve it, of course. You think any of the other Dendra could be capable of murder? Certainly not. Well, they do come and go as they please, hunting for bodies left in the gutters like broken leaves. The Devourer is wrong with staying the individual these last few days, but any of the others could be responsible, I suppose. Oh dear, they really are a suspicious lot, aren't they? Mel enjoys hurting people. Kiyatawa tells her little lies. And Gizeh, well, she's quite unique. All in all, they're a horrifying bunch, aren't they? I really hadn't noticed before.
Consider
Right,
it
so as
done.
long as we know it, as far as we know, it's not you, but could be. Hi. Says I can speak to you about the murders. Ask your questions, Tenderling. What do you know about them? Oh, Tenderling, you use the wrong word over and over. There's no murder if there is no body. This was, and so nothing was lost. How do you know if there's no body?
Making a note.
We do not know who is responsible. Kiyata and Mallet sneak about during the night. They swallow their secrets. They are Dendro her to serve their power and hunger, not to honor the dead, not for... They are not capable of such kindness. What is the word you're trying to use to... Yeah, word. Yes, your language does not have the word, so we use our own. We know of murder, of course. To leave a body to rot is to say that a soul inside is not worth keeping. This we punish. This decision is not for anyone to make. The word we speak of is the opposite. On my world, when one of us dies or is killed, we eat their flesh and take their souls into our body. We feel the light of them reach our corners. They becomes we, you understand? I see. You only think it's a murder if the murderer doesn't eat the entire body. Yes, you understand. This murder is no murder. We know the details. A skinned hand is blood, circles in the wall. Tenderlings play with their food. Perhaps your murderer is young. They do not know they should finish the hands. Strip the memories of hard work from the tendons. Crunch the bones. Slurp the blood from the floor. Tenderlings. You don't think they killed any of the victims? We never said that. They kill, but they do not honor. They do not understand who they are. You know of a group... You know about a group called the Children of the Endless Gate? We know it, but we are not sure how. Yes, bloody circles left on the sides of junkyard dwellings outside the bloom. In shadows, beware the Endless Gate, little woman, the people of that community say. It still makes us laugh. Such sweetness. She doesn't spare words on you this time. She merely nods, her wary gaze cataloging the position of everyone in the room. What's bothering you? Nothing. No offense, but I don't know you at all. Leave me alone, all right? You sure? Yeah, but she says I can ask you about the murders in the underbelly. Yeah? Good. I have to say I'm not surprised the murderer's trail led you here. What do you want to know? I want to know your opinion on the other Dendro, her. Ha, alright, don't expect me to hold back. What are your opinion on Imbitu? He's lived too long. Maybe the Dendro or her were something once, but he's just looking for his next meal now, and the rest of them are following his example. How do you feel about Mallet? He likes hurting people. More than that, he's proud of it. I'm not sure, but I think he's been killing rivals from his old life and eating them. That's a motive. What do you think of Gazang? She used to be worse than she is. If you haven't talked to her yet, you'll see what I mean. Maybe all those corpses she's eating on her own are bringing Sagus in her head. Civilizing her, maybe. That just means she's a predator who knows the mind of her prey. You know anything about the Endless Gate? No, never heard of him. You sure? You have any idea who the murderer is?
I'll remember that.
No, but I've seen what they left behind of the Folsom's boy. A mess. Blood on the walls and floor, no body. That's the kind of death you see when someone sends a warning, or holding a grudge. I saw it all the time before I came here. Why do you think someone killed the protege? Why? Why? This is someone Folsom cared about. He has a lot of enemies. Why do you think? Okay, so let's talk to you, who does have a motive based on what she has to say. You'll open up if you have something to talk about, right? Yeah. I'm going to talk to you about murders. Is that right? Yeah, all right. Ask your questions for all the good it will do you. Tell me what you think about the other members of your family. Family? Good one. I trust my brother over this bunch, and he tried to cut my throat when I was 5. Go on, ask your questions. What's your opinion on Imbitu? He's alright. Got half the city scared of him, and the other half bringing him meat. Not bad for an old man who smiles at everyone and never raises his voice. Okay, and Gizeh? Gizeh's a monster. Less than human and more than a beast. I've seen her take a corpse's face off with a swipe of those claws and tuck it into her mouth like pan bread. Didn't stop until the body was gone, down to the last drop of blood. Talk to Gizeh if you want. Figure it out. Me? I keep my distance. How do you feel about Kiyatawa? Something's wrong with her, and I ain't stupid. I know how that sounds coming from me. Just something's broken in her, and it's always getting worse. You feel his eyes on you. You glance around in time to see Kiyatawa look away. You feel eyes. So she was paying attention to this. Have you ever heard something called the Endless Gate? No. Strange name, though. If it don't end, it ain't much of a gate, is it? It's more of a hallway. It is possible that she has murdered all these people and is trying to frame someone else. I want to talk about your eating habits. Is that right? Not much of a mystery there. I eat people. I like it. That doesn't answer your question. Go on and ask. Doesn't eating human flesh bother you? Bother? No, bother ain't the right word. You think you're gonna mind the taste, but you don't. The part I don't like is that memories from the person you eat up end in your head and you can't make him shut up. The 4 of us ate this Scholark. Not a fancy one, but one with old bones. Kiyatawa was talking about some word she kept hearing after. I didn't get a word. I saw a memory of his when I was picking him out of my teeth. He was lying in bed, dying maybe, waiting for his son to come see him. His eyes kept closing, and his son never came back. Not that I saw anyway, and that's just from just one meal. His eyes flicker away from you, and for a brief moment you see the fear in his eyes, the helplessness. Why do you eat corpses if it troubles you so much? It doesn't trouble me. It just ain't easy, but it'll get better. Look at Imbitu. He's been doing this a long time. Gives you a huge rotten grin. Kiyatawa says he's been killing people instead of waiting for them to die.
Remember that.
People? She said that? Yeah, alright, but not people. It was just the one. Someone, yeah. I ain't gonna give you a name. The whole who stole something from me once. And the fact that you ain't here asking about him means no one misses him. And that's it? You never got the urge to kill again? I ain't got nothing against killing. It's done me a lot of good, but no. That was the last time. You sure? I didn't get to ask the other question. Can you go back and talk to people we previously talked to about new information? What's bothering you? Talk to the Devourer of Wrongs too, just to see what his opinion is. Where did you see the bloody circles again? In the junkyard outside the Bloom, but not yesterday, not last year, time ago, and then the circles appeared no more. Perhaps the ones who drew them moved on. So someone that would have been to the Bloom could have learned about them. Alright, let's ask you about the murder. Good. I would have the murderers caught and caught quickly. It angers me that all this transpired while I was attending to Riss. I assume you're here because one of the Dendrohur is suspected of being the murderer. I will tell you what I know. I have known Ibitu through many minds. He is subtle, clever, and untrustworthy. He's also no murderer. That leaves the other three. They are all capable of the crime. Mallet is ambitious and desires revenge. Kiatawa sneaks, plots, and keeps secrets. Izay is not human and does not define murder as we do. Talk to them. Search for holes in their stories. These will lead you to the truth. Which of them do you think's responsible? Mallet, yeah. Question them. I don't know if we really got any information that changes our opinion. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go talk to Folsom again. See if he has anything to say. I wonder if we were to take another rest, if another murder were to happen. Do you have any insights on the killer's motive? Ibitu says he's with you when the first murder occurred. Is this true? Yes. Save. Apparently we can just say it right now. Izay or Kiatawa? Wow. We don't have... Why isn't one of our suspects on this list? That's very strange. That is very strange. Why only the two? I mean, I could cheese it, and just guess, and if I guess wrong, then whatever. We'll save, but I want to know. What clue am I missing?
Sure.
It wasn't you. That's very odd. But he wasn't on the list. How many bodies have you eaten? Many. Kill, consume, honor. In the junkyard outside the Bloom. Sure you never heard of them before? How do you feel about Mallet? What's bothering you? Did you know Weedle? Heh, yeah, I knew him. Glad to hear he's dead. He was smart and knew it. Always looking down on the rest of us. Always ordering people around with Folsom looking on, smiling. If you're thinking I chopped him, I didn't. I was getting drunk in a corner of the manufactory. Wondering what all the screaming was about.
Making a note.
You know who you should ask. Kiyatawa. I saw her hunched over some corpse in the alley. All by herself. Doesn't matter what the meat is. People who eat on their own always got something to hide. And Gize's one to watch too. She ain't like you or me. She's a mutant and not one of the nicer ones. Okay, so you have an alibi, potentially. I mean, that's very suspicious. You're both hiding something. What's your opinion on Gize? She's a monster. And Kiyatawa, don't like her, don't trust her. Something's wrong in her head. So he had an alibi. Let's make a save. So we can tell you we know who we suspect. Ah, good. Where this decades ago, I would handle this investigation myself, but I am perhaps a little past my prime. Bring your suspicions to Folsom. He will take the correct actions. He always does. I mean, if we trust you that you wouldn't leave anything behind, then it would have to be you. Right? Just from that deduction. But, you know, we don't know if we can trust you, obviously. Who would we confirm, though? They were getting drunk in the manufactory. Talk to the foreman. Have you seen any danger in the manufacturer lately?
Making a note.
What does that have to do with anything? Am I supposed to take stock of every human that stumbles aimlessly across my floor? Ah, yes, I didn't see one, as a matter of fact. A large male was lounging under one of the pipes, drinking and slobbering on himself. Then, he slept, right through all the shrieking about a murder. Barely even woke up to vomit on himself. Okay. So, he is in the clear. So, it's just the two of them. And between the two of them, we would suspect the person who is we wouldn't suspect the person who thought that killing was, or murder is different. Anyway. Let's make the assumptions and see what happens. It's the young, oh wait, look, now he's, am I crazy? Was he not suspicious before? Kiyatawa.
Making a note.
Interesting. A quiet woman. Somewhat fragile. I have sensed instability in her, but not the appetite for violence. I'll be interested to learn what my people can extract from her. Have we made a mistake? Kita was already gone. She must have suspected you were close to proving her guilt. At least she has fled, and I doubt she'll return. If you ever see her again, feel free to do the same thing to her that she did to my people. We did it. That's it? We don't get a reward? I'm surprised to see you again. You've named our murderer and justice is done. Do you have any business? I guess I'll find her. Good, but the dead will remain dead. Okay, that's not really...
Here. Now.
I will find her. Okay.
Yeah, that's something I could do.
I do have a thing on that makes me faster, right? That's why I'm just zooming along, and these people are not zooming along. What was it that's making me fast? Yeah, this one. On it. She's gone. Hi. How do you think she discovered the Endless Gate? Oh, I gotta read his part. It was Kiyatawa. She fled just before Folsom's enforcers arrived. I should have known. I wish I had known. She tasted of fear and sorrow, but never rage. I mean, why couldn't you have left everyone in here while I was investigating so they wouldn't escape? We were so proud. We chased the children of the Endless Gate from Sagus, never considering that they might bear a grudge, that they might return. There is a sickness in them, a contagious one. I can only imagine that one of them returned to Sagus Cliffs and died here, perhaps on purpose. Kiyotaro discovered the corpse, devoured it, and heard the song that spills from the Endless Gates. What's up, bro? You don't have anything? I mean, it'd be nice if these people had something to react to. Okay, well.
Fine.
Quest complete. No more murders. Yeah, let's go down to the reef now, I think. I think it's time. I think it's time to go to the reef. Be nice if you could, like, click on this and, like, either just have your party automatically move there or have the camera move there. Nope. There are... I mean, we'll talk about it when we are finished with this game, but there are so many, like, small quality of life things that would just make this game better. We've shifted towards Gold's Tide now.
All would like to learn something of hiding from you.
Really? Here's a tip then. You need not fear the dark if you are the monster in it.
He doesn't want to learn anymore.
She's so emo. Okay.
Consider it done.
Let's go. Should we rest? I mean, we are missing so much int. And... we buy any more? You have any more int juice? Any int juice for me? These are all just weapons. We just need to start selling some stuff. Unless it has a use on it, I think we get rid of it. Okay. Sell. 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 Perfect. And let's talk to you. I will need these, both of them. That's a pretty good one. Especially for you. We'll buy it. But we'll give it to you, because you're all about healing. I have to, like, take this off? It's so weird, that whole equip and unequip system. Okay. How funny we at now? 1800. Wowza. Alright, let's go. Go back down to the beach. We can go in here now, right? And then what was the other... I mean, this is the main story. What was the other thing to investigate down here? Floating cones. These ones?
Fine.
The cones have not stopped whirling around each other. Perhaps they never will. You see OOM's reflection in their gleaming surfaces as they dance and find you can't look away. Rorn, a voice says from the space between the cones, and your vision blurs and goes dark. A moon hangs over you, but it's not the one you recognize. It's black and in a pearl-white sky. Thick, flat asteroids orbit it like petals in the wind, and the air smells of scorched hair and grief. You feel questing tendrils at your ankle, and you turn. It's OOM, cowering at your feet. What do you want to show me? Instead of answering, OOM skitters behind you, clinging to one of your legs. Movement in the pale sky draws your eyes up. At first glance, it seems like a hole in the air, dark as the void above. But no. Bruised light pours from the hole, folding into the suggestion of a hooded figure, vast as planets. The sorrow. It is here, and it sees you. The shadow of it races across the land, a wall of black like a tidal wave. OOM tugs at you again, and you fall back through the land itself into light, into daylight. Wavering on your feet, you open your eyes, unaware that you'd closed them. The cones continue their merry dance as if nothing had happened. You look down at OOM. Did Sorrow just kill me then? OOM whispers, tracing a bisected circle on the ground with an absent tendril. It looks at you, through you. Its eyes are circles, but the surfaces of them are textured and bent, like a page of paper folded into thousands of shapes. As you watch, a ripple spills from the center, a flower unfurling, and something unfolds in your gut, and OOM's eyes gleam.
I'll remember that.
You sense there is more OOM wants to show you, but you should finish inspecting these spinning cones first. Okay. Try again. Try again. What? Talk to OOM. Want to examine you again? Lay your hands on his eyes. You lay the tips of fingers on OOM's upturned eyes. Cilia spiral from your touch, in spinning, curling paths oddly reminiscent of the dancing of the cones in the reef. When these paths intersect, a jolt shudders up your arms, building a much folded memory before your eyes, layer by layer. This is not your sire's memory, no. It is OOM's, locked in those glowing eyes until you freed it. It is dizzying, nauseating, barely comprehensible. It is a memory gathered with organs you don't have, etched into the strands and folds of OOM's eyes by grief, by agony. Distantly, your teeth dig into your lip as you concentrate, trying to translate this experience into something you understand. Squeeze more. His opinion of me worsened. Okay, no. We're doing this. No, we can't have OOM be upset with us. Not our little precious OOM. Not our precious OOM.
Making a note.
Okay. Save and talk to OOM. So we touch his eyes. Lean onto him for support. Gasping, you fall towards OOM, hands outstretched into the dizzying vortex of sensation and memory. You see the changing god in his countless bodies, in an instant that spans centuries. You feel the experiments he's performing to extract your secrets. Feel the wounds opening, tearing, closing. Opening, tearing, close. Over and over and over. You speak, you plead. If he can hear you, he gives you no sign. Not once in a millennia of torment does he acknowledge your voice. With a shout, you pull your hands from OOM, eyes streaming, choking, struggling for air. You find your breath and wipe the stinging tears from your face. OOM is looking up at you, waiting, its eyes collapsing, burying the secrets you learned beneath layer upon layer of cilia. You're prisoning for centuries, you're that old? OOM stares up at you, its eyes unfolding, unraveling, making no sound. The longer you stare, the deeper those eyes seem. They're not flat discs, but holes. Pits deeper than OOM's body should be able to contain. There's pain in those depths, and memories longer than human lifetimes. Jerk your gaze away. What we learned? That didn't make you mad? I hope not. It traces a bent circle on the ground as it stares up at you, eyes flickering and folding.
I'll remember that.
It says, Lerm, it says, and a tendril wraps around your waist, pulling your hand down, slipping between your fingers until they are spread to its satisfaction. Beneath each finger, a light blooms, one for each finger, one for each tide. If the changing god was so cruel to you, why are you helping me? Why are you showing me your past? OOM, why are you showing me your past? Pet OOM. You pat OOM again. Touch its eyes again? Something's missing. You better understand time to understand what it's trying to show you. Weird. I mean, it says you have another thing to talk about, though. Preparing itself for your questions. In that moment, you feel the tides bending around you, tugging at you. You feel the impact of your actions have made on the people you've met so far in your short life. You pass a hand over your eyes, and in that moment of brief darkness, the tides are visible as rings within rings coiled around everyone and everything. What are you made of, OOM? Catch a brief glimpse of ripples around that black moat. Whatever fluid OOM is made of seems to be merging from there. Can you put thoughts in my mind? You sure? Can you tell me anything useful with the changing god? I sense the tides move more strongly when you're around. Why is that? How do you help me sense the tide? Nope. Move on.
Go.
You're the only one coming up as something I can talk to someone about. You have something new again? Talk about our companions. Weird. I don't know why it's like I can I talk to this
Ready.
again, maybe? Okay. Let us continue for now. So now we can get in here, huh? OOM wants to talk. Yeah, but I'm still confused. Is this a bug? We did all this. I don't know what you want, OOM.
Ready.
Okay, hold a eye to the aperture. The waving strands whip out, wrapping themselves around the eye. For a moment, the eye comes to life, buzzing and whispering, getting warmer in your hand. The synth fibers make soft, fluttery sounds in return. After a moment, they withdraw. The door slides open, and you step into the chamber beyond. I was not expecting people in here, especially not Kenku. Murden. A great name for a murder of crows. A cluster of hunched creatures awaits you in this dark room, smelling of rust and blood. Yeah, I see that. They are bird-like abhumans with chipped beaks, matted feathers, and filthy leather robes. It's not their appearance that reminds you who they are. It's the gritty static that fills your head, a side effect of the creature's telepathy. These are Murdens, cruel and cunning scavengers, and a fifth of their number lie dead in the ground with great chunks torn out of its body. Feels like someone's rubbing the inside of my head with a dry rag. What is that? That's their telepathy. They remind me of grave crows. If you act weak, the whole flock will attack thinking you easy prey. Sometimes even if they don't want to fight. Of course, these are strange crowmen. They're probably perfectly civil. Or else they'll explode when you touch them or something. The largest Murden straightens, eyeing you, snapping his beak once, twice. It seems to be waiting for you to speak. You also notice them stealing glances at the door you just came through. Ah, so they can't escape. You want to leave, don't you? The Murden freezes and focus on you. Their eyes narrow aglow with malice and something else. Exhaustion? Shame? So they killed this guy and they're shameful? The largest one bares its talons at you, hissing, and the clinging static of its thoughts intensifies. The static washes against the sealed bulwark of your buried past, and an unrelated memory awakes, tinged with the throbbing chords of disgust. In this vial is living flame. I don't use the word lightly. It has feelings, morals, self-respect. It will regret what it does to you. It will grieve, and neither of you will ever be the same. Now tell me where she is, or drink. The floor is cold beneath your palms. Bile claws at your throat. Nothing connected that memory to this moment. The Murden's telepathic communication seems to be triggering portions of your mind, and it may happen again if this conversation goes on much longer. Talons scratch the floor. The Murdens are watching, eyes glittering at your apparent weakness. I feel like threatening right now. You think they'll be intimidated? Do that again, I'll rip your throats out. The smaller Murdens flinch, and the lead one hesitates. Unfortunately, another memory is swelling between the nauseating waves of static. This one by the feeling of dread that accompanies it. Much worse. I mean, I kind of want to just see what it is. The greasy tumors of a memory envelops you. You drag the corpse along the floor, leaving a trail of ash and shreds of charred flesh. It isn't my fault. I didn't lie. I told them the truth, and he didn't listen. You hear bird-like shrieks as the memory mercifully fades. The Murdens are attacking. Well, cripes, we didn't get anything from them.
Ugh, I feel terrible.
Yeah, that's all we can do. Akina's out in the hall, I guess, or something. Get him. Get him.
I don't feel right.
Well,
Is that normal here?
it's fine. You missed the sucker punch on the small child. Let's go stab this thing. Why can't you move? Can you teleport? Do that. This does very little damage. Wowee, is that not worth doing? Hold on, let's read this again. Do you have like a billion armor? No. Why? Why does this do nothing? I don't understand. 0 + 0 + 0, and then you can add 1. Weird.
Something you might not expect. I can barely scratch this thing.
Yeah, I don't understand why exactly that we can barely scratch this thing.
They call me the White Death for a reason. Gods, get it off me.
Hey, you leave OOM alone. Get him, OOM. You show him. You missed on a 70%.
Oh God, did I just...
You did. They're attacking OOM. Not acceptable. You do so much damage.
As if there were any doubt of my skill.
Save. Well, they're all dead.
What's going on?
I was trying to loot, actually. Okay, I need y'all to move out of the way so I can loot.
Ready.
Alright, let's heal you a little bit. There you go.
All right. All right.
More money.
Yes.
Okay, save. This Murden has been dead for at least a day or two. The lower portion of its body is missing, and its midsection has been torn apart to get at the viscera inside. They've been eating it. Burn marks speckle the creature's foul, leathery robes. Lifting these carefully aside, you see the unhealed wounds beneath. The Murden was probably killed by beam weapons, and none of the other Murdens were carrying any. This does not account for the other damage to the corpse. Flesh was torn from the creature in long strips. Okay, I understand. So they didn't murder him necessarily. They just ate him. Because, you know, gotta
I'm
eat.
there, in the shadows.
But, you know, this is self-defense. They had to come in.
All right.
You understand. The chromed pillar descends as you approach, exposing a long shaft ringed with snaking cables. Let's go. Uh-oh. A construct floats up to bar your path. Blood speckles its ridged surface. Halt, Fleshwalker! Quake in the boundless shadow of peerless, immortal intelligence of a lost age. A cower before me, and you may be spared. What'd you call me? Fleshwalker! You are made of decaying meat and hardened calcium. You squish and click when you move. It is disgusting. Enough of these pleasantries. Leave, or my drones and I will smash your bones and burn smoking holes in your fatty innards. You mentioned the other drones. What can you tell me about them? They are my hands. Extensions of my indestructible will. Reflections of my brilliance. So the drones are copies of you? Not exact copies. Perfection cannot be so easily replaced. But you are essentially correct, Fleshwalker. So what are you doing down here? Great work, worthy of an immortal being. And even that is more than you deserve to know. Can you tell me anything else? No. Who are you? Can that crumpled wad of meat in your head hold no more than a few memories at a time? I am peerless. I'm sorry, I forgot. He growls but does not respond. Alright, I'm leaving. Excellent. Do not return. We are busy here.
Making a note.
Kind of want to see what happens. I mean, they're going to attack, clearly, if we stay here. But, like, what happens if our initial response was to bow? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Curiosity and all that. Alright, let's bow. Should I be bowing too? Even the construct seems somewhat taken aback by your show of respect, but it recovers quickly. Enough of these pleasantries. Leave, or my drones and I will smash your bones and burn smoking holes in your fatty innards. What'd you call me? Yeah. There's no way to solve this?
I'll remember that.
Clear out the infested. Okay, so we could shut them down, you're saying.
Go.
Control terminals. Now. I don't think we're gonna be able to fight all of them. They've only got 9 health, actually. They are somewhat weak. Find the other terminals. I see Rin. So, is it just these 3 here? If you go there...
Of course we can help. Right, Al?
That just opened a door. This is the thing, you have to loot it. I see.
Go.
Yeah, there's so many. What is that?
I'm ready.
That's annoying. I thought I could interact with that.
Let me get out from between here.
I'm guessing the last one is there. Like, I have no idea though.
Whisper.
Why couldn't I? Oh, whatever. They really could have used a speed up combat option here. We might have to restart because OOM's gonna die. I don't know why he... I mean, I guess he doesn't have any armor on. Okay. That's not what we want.
Doing begets learning, I guess.
So none of these things are what I want. Cool. See, then this is no longer like a puzzle to solve.
Just what I needed.
Yeah, this is not a fun encounter by any means. We're probably gonna end up just cheesing it and restarting it until we figure out what to do. Control terminals. That was not a control terminal.
On it.
Fine.
Hello?
Something you might not expect. It's not working. Try something else.
Cool. Apparently teleporting through the wall does not, in fact, open the door. Yeah, that's kind of dumb. Well, as I said, we're probably restarting this anyway. Who's gonna die? Come on, speed up the combat. And just another one of those quality of life. I don't know if there's a resurrect effect or like ability either.
Sure.
Okay, is that supposed to be a
That's
thing
something I could do.
that you can interact with? We're not even gonna read it. I'm not gonna read it because that was just one of 3.
There
So
we go.
that's cool. Now we know where they are. One of them is. And so we'll just redo this whole fight
That's the stuff.
with the knowledge we gained by dying. That is a thing. It's kind of silly. So there's one here. We don't know where the others are, unless that was supposed to be it. I have no idea where the others even are then. Cool. Very cool. I would be better off just fighting them then. That guy's disabled now. Disabled one of them. I feel like this has to be a thing we can interact with. This glitchy thing, right? Or that panel. Okay, that's just a thing you can loot.
Like a whisper.
Let's hurry it up. I still only see 2. Mother is messaging me. We're Apparently I've got lots of time to respond to her, because we're just going to watch these things slowly walk around. Like, I'm sure combat is not supposed to be a focus of this game. But does it really need to be this bad? It is exceptionally
Trust
bad.
and honesty are our bonds.
There we go.
Oh, do you think there's the other one? The other one's got to be here then, right? I don't have a way to get there. And again, I can't easily tell what the max range of my
Yes.
movement is.
There, in the shadows.
I mean, that's got to be it over here, right? We're not gonna confirm it. Hello, Mr. Streamer. I'd give you 40 subs for sadly. That's how many more billion dollars I spent on chips really did. I don't know what you assume is a lot of money, because that does not seem. How much do chips cost that they cost so much you have to complain about? That's what I'm confused about.
Yes?
Alright, so we're gonna have you just have you sneak. But you can't sneak out of combat? Oh my god.
Alright.
Really? Okay, well, whatever.
One moment, and it's done.
Now, let's try this again without dying. This is combat in this game is just the worst, and I will not stop complaining about it. Because I have to sit here for like 2 whole freaking minutes while these stupid robots move around. Like, why did you just make them go so damn slow? And why isn't there an option to make it? Maybe there is an option. Let's look right now since we've got time. Interface, controls, graphics, sound, game. Nope, can't make it any faster. Can't believe how much they in Soda are compared to like 5 years ago. Oh, you're one of those old people that complains about the price of things when they were younger. I understand. No, I get it. I get it now. Where was the thing I'm looking for? Was it this way? Yeah, it was this way. And then one of you needs to run there, and one of you needs to run there. And OOM needs to be our sacrifice, I guess, or something? I don't know. Just hide. 100% of the time, you hide every time. It's perfect.
I'm not comfortable here.
Why can't I move? I want you to move and interact with this. Apparently, this is like your double move.
Sure.
That's fine. Okay, and then you need to go over here. So let's have you just teleport through this wall. Why can't I teleport through the wall? I could before. This consumes my movement. Or I can just
Done.
double move. have to go in here. I mean, you can't deny that things like chips and soda have tripled in price. I still can't get a can of soup for $1.50. I mean, sure, I guess. I don't know. I guess I don't buy groceries enough to say one way or the other. I'm not saying I don't believe you.
That's the stuff.
But it's not something I've noticed personally. Like, I know things have gotten more expensive, but not to a point that I see is big for me. But I also don't like buy meat, for example. I know people are complaining about like the cost of beef.
That's the stuff.
I can remember buying beef once this year because I wanted to make tacos. Otherwise, I never buy beef. We take our fucking turn yet? My God. This whole fight has gotten me into a negative mood because this fight is so long and stupid.
There we go. They have me surrounded. I'm going. All right.
Okay. Attempt to purge. Apparently I don't have an action left. Alright, you're just hiding. Continue hiding. Because if you get hit, you're gonna die. Perfect.
Could use some help here.
Alright, I need that little girl to go over here. Interact with this thing. Do you have any actions left? Nope, that's fine. Used to work in a grocery store, so there's that. I mean, yeah. Cherry used to work in a grocery store, so I'm somewhat familiar with the cost of things. But also, the grocery store that he worked in was
I'll handle it.
more high-end, we'll say. Why the fuck can't I interact with this object? Right, let's just teleport through again. I have it bug out on us. $5 and that was on sale. I can tell you, picking a fight with me over chips. Come on, can we just hurry the fight? Like, look at all of the things on the top of the screen that I have to watch slowly move across the screen at just a snail's pace. It's so fucking... Okay, I've been trying to stay calm, but we've been doing this for like 20 minutes now. This is just the most boring, pointless fight.
There we go.
You got ass blasted at work today? Yeah, that happens. My work has been very stressful lately. It actually just got better this month.
Stuff.
It's been really bad for several months because I've been working on a project for almost 6 months, like a half a year. And finally concluded. Okay, I'm going to interact with this thing over here.
Now.
I am going to click this button with 100% guaranteed success. I am... Peerless Intelligence has been thoroughly cleansed from all my drones. Oh, so this is saying, like, something invaded the mind of these drones. And that's bad. Just end our turn. Boom, just stay where you are.
I'm not
You
comfortable
interact
here.
with this. Activate. Thank you for ridding me of this disgusting plague. Okay, you guys are done. We just need you left. Please do not die. That would be slightly annoying. This consumes your movement. Or you could just walk all the way there. Interact with this. Don't have any actions left, dang it. Please don't die right before you get to the terminal. That would be very disappointing. You're already half health. Those sound like very not fun things to have happen at work. We're just gonna pass our turns until Matkina gets to go again. Please don't get crit and die. You even have a knockback effect.
Like a whisper.
Peerless intelligence atomized and erased. All minds within this circuit have been returned to the default personalities. Thank you, I'm feeling much refreshed. If you'd like a palliative harmony, simply provide the activation tone. No, I'm good for now. Alright, well, where's everyone at? We get the crew back together again. Before I talk to whatever intelligence this is, let's loot the place.
All right.
Let's loot the place first. Oh, that was open. I didn't have to open the door.
I'm going.
Now, why would
That's
you walk
best.
around? You could just go through the door that was opened.
Go.
Money, money, money. Looks like a child drowning and scraped on in blood around this murder. Wait, what? I don't see anything here,
Go.
but I can interact beyond it. This is another door.
Yes.
I didn't even see that before. These are all dead guys. Okay, were you the thing causing this?
Yes.
Loops of wire and cables connect this drone to the surrounding machinery. It's a good bet that this particular construct is the source of the problems. Come no closer, Fleshwalker. I am Peerless the Eternal, Peerless the Mighty, Peerless the Wise. Your field generator is pretty broken. How'd you get down here? That is the problem with you Fleshwalkers. You're obsessed with base mechanics. I am Peerless, and I transcend the limits of this broken body. For over a century, I slept beneath slabs of rusty metal in the reef of fallen worlds, contemplating my eternal might. Then, not long ago, I was discovered, awoken. Those repellent feathered creatures, you've surely seen their bodies by now, were responsible. They laid their filthy claws on me, but I repressed the urge to obliterate them, for I had a plan. I'd sensed the sleeping machinery inside the structure and knew it had been reopened. And so I influenced the creatures with my immeasurable charm and promised them treasures if they carried me inside. And you killed them the moment you got inside? Of course not. That would have been foolish. I killed them later. Now stop asking questions and listen. The creatures scrambled about the habitat, examining worthless trinkets. They left me here, near the root intelligence thoroughfare, unattended. I infected the primitive machines lying dormant in the structure, claimed them as mine. When the creatures tried to stop me, I slaughtered them, for I will not lie dormant beneath this city's refuse any longer. I am Peerless, the mind between the stars, and my time has come once more. I feel sorry for him, he's so small. I met another drone who claimed to be Peerless. They all do, but they are mere copies, mirrors that reflect my radiance. Are you sure you're not just a copy? A ridiculous and insulting question. I remember the dawn of stars, the forging of the world. I am Peerless, the Eternal. Pretty sure you're just another copy of the real Peerless. Ridiculous, the drone says, but it no longer sounds as sure. Let's leave it alone for now. Yes, flee, Fleshwalker. You have no minion here. We'll disable you later. Let me look around some more.
I'm ready. Of course.
Loot all of the
I think
things.
that's best.
Yes.
What the heck? Why are you walking here to interact with that?
I'm going.
Okay, so I didn't hum a tune. which I don't know what that allows me to talk with. So let's save. Is it just interacting with this again? Yeah. Hum the next scales in the steps in the scale. I wanted to see you successfully gaslight the robot. I was hoping I could. A chorus of warm tones reverberates from within the column, accompanied by a ripple of light. The sound vibrates through you, and you feel rejuvenated. That literally just healed us. Okay, well, thanks, I guess.
You think that's best?
All right, let's go smash this thing. Or just turn it off. I don't remember why we're actually here. What are we here for? Because someone wants to study it, right? And if I make this place safe, she'll give me information that I need. All right, let's hire up our little blob guy. More speed for you. And choose to align OOM to one of the last cast-off's dominant tides. Changes your appearance and affects the bonuses. Blue gives us lore mystic, and so I think we're blue and gold right now. This one's cipher limit. That's good. Ah, you're not garbage anymore. You'll gain the ability to actually have armor. That's really good. It proves a splorch. I think we're gonna give you just armor for now, so you live. I mean, plus 30% on all of these things is really good. Select a skill to increase. We want you to increase your endurance because you're our tank. Can I do it twice? No, I have to choose. I can only choose one. Yeah, do endurance.
Why are you always scowling? You look like someone's about to hit you.
That'd be a good way to describe most of my life, as someone about to hit me.
I'm so sorry. This world is awful to everyone, I guess. I feel bad for you.
Thank you, Rin. If only the world felt the same way.
It's now here trauma dumping. Okay.
Yes,
Let's
now.
interact with a robot. Come no closer. Disable it. 100% of the time it works every time. Actually, let's use you. 65% of the time works every time. Nice.
I'll remember that.
No! Take you! You pull the cable free and the lights gleaming on the construct surface go dark. Alright, we disabled the bad things.
Yes, now.
And we didn't destroy any drones, which, I mean, maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. So we did all of this just so we could get
Go.
information about the machine that we crash landed on at the very beginning of the game.
On it.
It's weird that OOM doesn't want to talk anymore again. It must have been just bugged before. Everyone's so slow compared to me. This, outside of like the terrible combat of this game, another part that's just exhausting is all of the dialogue. I mean, I will talk out loud for content
Of course
to
we
make
can
it
help.
more enjoyable to those who
Right
don't
off?
want to read, but there's a lot of dialogue in this game, just a whole heck of a lot. And not all of it is well written, we'll say. What did I pick up here? All characters in range take 12 relativistic, so true damage, and knocks them down. That's pretty good. This is an item we can use. Well, let's use it. You take the object out of your pack and hold it up by the attached cord, studying it as it spins before you. It reminds you of certain creatures found in the sea attached to rocks, only this one has a cord of material looped through a hole in one of its legs. Examine it. The creature has tough, briny skin and 7 spindly legs that emit radially from a thicker, fleshy disc at its center. Around the disc on one side of a circle is puckered flesh, surrounding a tightly closed muscular flap, while the other side has a similar flap but is otherwise smooth. Examine the loop of elastic material. The material is flexible but soft, stretching up to nearly twice its original length when you pull on it. Your best guess is that the loop was meant to allow another creature to be worn in some fashion. Allow the creature. Wear it like a belt? Wear it like a necklace? Wear it like a belt. Some find it stylish, but it has no effect. Wear it like a necklace? Inclining your head, you sloop the loop over and around your neck, where it contracts to fit snugly. The attached creature settles over your chest. You walk a few paces and find that it's somewhat uncomfortable to have the creature thumping against you with every step. After a minute or so of this, you feel silly and start to take it off. As you pull the loop back over your head, the creature brushes against your face and suddenly twitches. You wrench the creature away and watch for signs of further movement, but it seems just as lifeless as before. Cautiously, you bring the creature closer to your face. At first, it does not respond, but as you move it around, you discover that it only comes to life when it's near one of your eyes. Hell yeah, eye patch time. Stretching the loop slightly, you gingerly place it around your head, allowing the creature to settle just in front of your right eye. It comes to life, contorting its legs to match the contours of your face. Your right eye is completely blinded by the obstruction. Suddenly, you experience a sensation not unlike someone blowing a single puff of air directly into your eye. You blink several times involuntarily, but only with your free eye. The creature is forcefully keeping your other eye open. Probing around the creature's edges, you discover that it has formed a perfect seal over your eye. Tears form in your covered eye, and a wet, slithering noise accompanies a most bizarre sensation as your vision clears. It takes you a moment to realize that the creature is blinking for you, which is quickly displaced by the realization that you can once again see out of the previously blinded eye. The creature is still in place, but you are somehow looking through it. I have an octopus attached to my eye right now, I'm pretty sure. Delicately, you feel around the surface of the creature. You find that the creature's briny skin has slid aside to reveal a smooth, slightly flexible substance that seems to be acting as a lens. Each time you tap it, the creature blinks. The muscular flap swatting your eye aside is as it is presumably cleans the lens. While much of the world appears the same through your covered eye, certain things appear in hues that you are wholly unfamiliar to you. Your mind struggles to process what it's seeing, and you know that if you had to attempt to describe the colors to someone, you would fail utterly. As wondrous as your newfound sight is, you find it highly disorienting and resume your search for a way to detach the creature. After some experimentation, you discover that simply removing the loop from around your head causes the creature to release its grip. You feel around your face for any permanent scarring, but the creature has left no mark. Can I just wear it again? Weird. Just a bit of lore. Funny thing happened, I guess. Okay. Okay. Interesting. All right, let's sell these things. Sell the weird eyeball cover thing and sell you. And just like that, we got 2,000 bucks. All right. Back.
All right.
Go to the place with the people in it. Still don't know what this thing's deal is. The Philithus. So you don't have any speed left. Into here. Feel a sneeze coming on. There we go. Let's see if we can tell a liking to you. Okay, my little blob guy. Hey, you, I did the thing.
I'll remember that.
Ah, there you are. The Eye of the Malox, please. Hand it over and she returns it to her workstation. With that out of the way, here's a reward for your considerable effort. Ring of Entanglement. Two characters wearing these share all fetals and 25% of stats healed. Ooh, that's really good, right? Fettles are supposed to be the buffs, so you just get everyone. If you both wear this ring, you both get the buffs, and a quarter of things that are healed. Cool. With that out of the way, here's a reward. Okay. By the way, I managed to save a few of the drones in the Lazaret from Peerless. Lower your voice. Astonishing. Your predecessor couldn't have done better. A small bonus. Keep what you've learned in there to yourself until my book is finished. Half of an artifact known as the Shadow Ring. I hope I didn't sell the other part. I've sold your problem. Now I need help fixing the residence chamber.
I'm ready to learn something new.
Well, I remember what Adon told me. The chamber was built with living crystals from a world called the Ascension. Your predecessor was remarkably resistant to telling me what it was for, regardless of the interrogation methods I employed. He only said that it would stop the sorrow and that none of the cast-offs could know about it, which seemed odd to me at the time. Escaping the sorrow would be in all of your best interests, I would think. Seek out the cast-off who helped him build it. That surly artificer whose name escapes me at the moment. Mazov. Yeah, Makina wanted me to find Mazov as well. That's right, the one with machines buzzing away in his body and circuits embedded in his flesh. Speak to Don's little cult in Circus Minor if you haven't already. They always seem to know who your brothers and sisters are. Okay, I don't know if we've met Mazov, have we? Oh, Callista's here. That's nice. Still don't know what this weird thing over here is. Do you have anything new to say? Alright, no. Okay.
Yes.
So we need to go speak to someone named Mazov. And they're at the circus. Well, fettles can be negative or positive. They're just buffs and debuffs are both called fettles. I don't know why they have to name them something stupid like that. Again, I've made that complaint about several things now.
If you're sure it's safe.
You might need to rest. I'm clicking on the thing and it's not going. It also appears I have leveled up.
Here.
Alright, let's level up. Increase edge. This just gives me a +1 bonus at all times. We have 1 point in our intellect. Let's put 1 into speed as well.
Done.
Yeah, I think we'll rest though. We'll rest before we do anything else. Well, we'll find. Hi. Let me buy first. We don't have any. We do have that. Okay, never mind. We don't need anything. We don't want to sell these things. Actually, hold on. The other people are not wearing rings. I could give you... Oh, you got something here. Right, this lets you sucker punch. We'll just leave it all alone for now. Hold on. What is this bronze sphere again? I don't know. I don't remember what this was. It's like this thing wants to be broken. This is like I don't know what that is. Okay. What can you tell me about the other cast-offs? Can't you tell me more? Pretty sure I did all this. Do you have anything else to buy or sell? No. It's the same thing. Okay, let's check our journal real quick. Only access from the first castle of Tomb in the Valley of Heroes. You can hire an airship to take me to the valley. Oh, I need to resolve his thing first, which is something I don't want to do, but I guess I'll have to do. This one I don't think we can do yet. I guess we'll tell this guy. I don't trust him. We're not going to do this one. Because I don't want to help these people. And this is literally the same thing. Okay. I thought there would have been more information about the thing that we...
Can you tell me stories about your childhood, Maddie?
Maddie?
It's Matkina. And let me answer that with a question. Do you like nightmares?
No.
Then you probably don't want to hear my stories, Rin.
She's so emo. Okay, so we're gonna have to drop OOM for now, just so we can complete this quest. Which I don't want to do. This is the stupid bard. I mean, I call him stupid. I don't know. Maybe he's a cool character. I have no idea. But there's definitely no room in the party for him. I'm not dropping the little girl because I'm afraid she'll just never come back. And I know OOM will, because he's a little blob in my mind. Little blob in my mind will always come back, surely, right? Hey, OOM. How do I click on you? It's not shaped. All right, we can shape it. What tides can you align to? Blue. Increases cipher use. Bonus values depend on OOM's ability choices. Healing. Healing and armor is probably pretty good. Touch the blue one though. Cool. I think we should part for now. Okay, we can find it again in our mind. Hey, join my party so I can turn you in. I want you to join me. Perfect. All right, let's go turn him to the cops. Look at this golden boy. Okay. You.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course. Alright, save. Hey, I did the thing. My vessel will remain grounded until the thief responsible for stealing my other airship has made me whole.
I'll remember that.
He breaks off when he sees Airtis standing near you. Him! That's the thief! Thief, I've never stolen a thing in my life. I have borrowed, certainly, but always with the intention of returning the item to its proper owner. Though I must admit that I haven't always been entirely successful. I demand compensation. My vessel, my source of livelihood, snatched by this vagrant. I require justice. I will take it in the form of service. Can I pay off his debt? $300. Okay, here you go.
I'm starting to
Whatever.
figure this weird place out.
The debt is paid. Flights to the valley will resume shortly. Nice. That was simple. Hey.
Wait. I think we're being followed. I'm never wrong about these things.
He spots my keenet for what is apparently the first time. Why are you looking at me like that? Why is he looking at me like that? I could hazard a guess, but I don't think I need to. Don't. Really don't. Insomuch as I have a type, you aren't it. Wait, what are we talking about? Cringe. Hey, let's split up for now. Now? Really? But we're just getting started. I'll be in Cliff's Edge, meeting strangers, telling stories, doing tricks. You know, long I can hold my breath. Good talk. Alright, let's go back into our brain
Best.
and get OOM. Let's see, we've got 2 people leveled up as well. I don't know if you only get experience if you're in the party. I'm assuming that's the case. So that also makes it seem like if you're min-maxing, you just want to have one party and never switch people out ever. But maybe I'm wrong. Hey, how you doing in my brain, bud? Can you tell me anything else about what you are? Fluke. I want to come with, bud? Nice.
I'm ready.
Right back out. And just like that, OOM is back. Alright, let's level you 2 up. We can improve your skill. Cypher use would be good, probably. More stats, though, is more better, I think. Get your speed increased. I think we're done on intelligence for you. You leveled up. Same thing. 1 in might, 1 in int. Perfect. Alright, save. This is a one-time use, or this is my thing, right? Does this recover? Alright, let's just save. Does this recover? It's gone now. It's gone forever. Alright, we don't want to do that. I really wish it would say it's a consumable. Maybe it doesn't, I'm just blind. I don't like how ciphers are sometimes a passive that can be used multiple times. It says it consumes an action, doesn't say it consumes itself. Like, I don't know, that's just weird. I don't think the whole cipher system makes much sense. Okay, that's fine. Let's just take a nap. Let's I'd like your room. Here you go, 20 bucks. What's 20 bucks per person? Oh dang, it's actually, it's 80 bucks and it's 40 there for everyone, I think. But I think we got a buff when we slept here last time. We still get a buff.
I feel like I can take on the world.
Yeah, we get a buff for sleeping here. 5% crit. That's a garbage buff. That's fine. It's better than no buff. I need to remember to rebuff all of these things.
Just what I needed.
Let us increase our perception.
Just what I needed.
I hear and I go.
I feel like this one says 5 uses. It'd be nice if
You
the other
insist.
things said that. Let's increase your quick fingers.
Let's go.
Yes?
Perfect. Okay, so we can leave the city now. I don't think we're gonna do this, but let's talk to you
All right.
and just see if this is a good idea or not. Hey, I found this comb.
I'll remember that.
Yes, that's one of her combs. Incredible. I knew that witch was lying to me. She told me that Persea had never stayed with her. Please, go to Tranquility and ask her where Persea went. Maybe she'll tell you the truth. I thought we were talking to you about it. I found a comb and I showed it to him, and he's sure it belonged to Perseus. She's been here, hasn't she? Yes, I lied to both you and Omadon. I'm sorry, but perhaps you'll understand when I tell you her story.
Updated my journal.
Omadon may believe her to be his one true love, but it's obsession and not love, and it has made a monster of him. From what Persea told me, he found her corpse in a sepulchre in the Valley of Dead Heroes, perfectly preserved by ancient science, and fell in love with her beauty. His foolishness might have ended there, except that Omadon had an ancient science of his own, and he used it to wake her from death. He seemed to think that this unasked-for resurrection would make him a hero in her eyes, and that she would instantly fall in love with him. But she was unnerved by his fervor. She explained that she did not share his feelings. He wouldn't listen. He saw her disgust as a passing madness. Persea has fled from him ever since, but he is relentless. Do you see now why I helped her? Why I lied to him and you? Yeah, I sure do. I'm glad to hear you say that. What do you intend to do now? I don't know if I can convince him. I put him into a trance. I don't think giving her time is going to be a long-term solution, and I don't know if I can convince him. I mean, convincing him to stop would be the best thing. Where is she going? Yeah, that's true. Okay.
I'm there, in the shadows.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, I got a different story. I heard you fell in love with her corpse and somehow restored her to life. Did Tranquility tell you this? Well, she lies. Persea was not dead. She was made inanimate by ancient technologies. I merely used other technologies to awaken her from her long slumber. Yeah, you still lied to me. Can you blame me for telling a tale? Small-minded people would focus too much on the resurrection and not on the love that was born of it. People are happy to say love conquers all to each other all day long, but break what they naively call the laws of nature to achieve it, and they come after you with sticks. Tell me the truth. The distinction is more subtle than you might think. Some of the prior worlds made no distinction at all. But that isn't important. What is important is that we love each other, and I must get her back. Yeah, Tranquility told me this thing. Hates me? She's hardly given me a chance. I gave her life. She should be grateful. Instead, she runs like I'm a monster. Do you really want someone who doesn't want you? Yeah, he will. Do the right thing. He's not going to do the right thing. Let's just go up by his ego. You're clearly a man of great abilities. Why waste your time chasing a woman who doesn't appreciate them? It's true. She's never acknowledged my finer qualities, but isn't that more reason why I must get her back? So I can prove to her that there's no better man than me? You want to remember it as a lovesick fool who chased a woman who hated him? You're a great man. Think of all you could achieve. 75% chance. Nice. For a long moment, he looks like isn't going to listen. But then he lifts his chin. You're right. I'm making a laughing stock of myself. A man of my years and talents shouldn't be fall head over heels like some over-eager stripling. It's an embarrassment. Time to return to my work.
Making a note.
Nice. Okay, well, we resolved that.
Sure.
Tranquility, you did the right thing. I just want to let you know. You did the right thing. I convinced him to give up. That's wonderful news. You've done her a great kindness. Okay. All right, let us...
Let's go.
Let's go talk to the sticker.
Let's go.
I actually have no idea where this is going. Where in the tunnels this is taking me. Oh, I see. Let's go talk to Chiquette.
Or is it the other way?
Save. Hi. What you want? Stop digging. No. Yeah, I don't see a way to resolve this without stealing all their eggs, and I don't want to do that. How do you communicate with them? I've not the faintest idea. I don't even know if they fully understand the truth. Perhaps the one that points at itself in tutors can help. I call it checked. Can I learn the language from you? Well, yeah, I don't think we're resolving this anytime soon, if ever. That's fine. Okay. Well... I think we leave now. Looks like either way we're gonna have to go through 2 loading screens to get back to the caravanserai. I think it's time to move on to the next chapter. I mean, maybe we can go back here? I don't know. But now I've seen that option a couple times now where it's like you can use the tidal affinity. We still don't have that, whatever that is. But it was interesting because Matt Kina specifically said, like, don't use that. Or, like, it seemed to heavily imply don't use that. Like, it'll change something. Which makes me think I shouldn't do that. And if the only way to learn the language is to do that, then I don't think I will.
I'm ready.
Can we get past you? I forgot to ask that. Do you know someone named Zabig Uralai? He works for the member of and his son is looking for him. I don't remember this. Okay. Alright, so let's leave. Time to leave this wretched place. Oh, wait. Can we go in... Oh, no, we need to talk to Mazov or whatever, right? But we don't know where he is. Maybe he's at the place with the things and the people? Where all the cast-offs are? Need to fly to the Valley of Dead Heroes. Excellent timing. My vessel will be deported shortly. Board at your leisure. Any more questions? Nope, let's go. Let's just go. Airship time. I'll remember that. Why does he say that so much? We are immediately accosted as we arrive. By who? Shaky Foundations failed. So, that happened. That's fine. Klinkar! Even as he stalks towards you, for a moment it appears as if the man is unaware of your presence. He stops in front of you. Rocking ever so gently, he stares right through you, murmuring under his breath. Chanting or insane rambling? You draw closer and notice the scars he bears upon his face. Then his gaze matches yours and he suddenly grows silent. He sees you now. His eyes flicker across your face and pause on your tattoo. He bows, his movements stiff and halting. Then with blinding speed, his hand snakes out and brushes a speck of dust from your shirt. The hand is gone before he can react. That's just like him showing off. I am Klinkar, and these are my associates. You are in the Valley of Dead Heroes. Jagged mouths rimmed with blood. 2 memorialists have escaped us. You will find them. We need them. These are the followers of our brother Inifir. I don't know much about them, except they believe in blood. Tread carefully. Hisses. Why do you want to find them? We must open the endless gate. Oh, no. Nope. Nope. But why? It's what we are called to do, and who are we to disobey the call when it comes? Are you the children of the endless gates? Do you know Kiyatawa? I'm not familiar with her, though one of our brethren did come to us recently from Sega's Cliffs. Perhaps Motley will know. You can inquire of him in the necropolis as soon as you find our missing friends. I don't want to help these people. Yeah, I'll help them. I'll lie about it. He's holding up his finger as if to threaten you for not complying and then realize what you said. Oh, then we would be glad of your assistance. The memorialists are somewhere nearby. We can smell them. Go find them and bring them to us. Brother, I don't even know who you are. I thought we'd be able to get back easily.
All right.
But apparently not. What is all of this, by the way? We're just going to accept our consequences and we'll save there. Peering behind the sheetrock, you see only a faint etching in the stone. Almost worn away by the passage of the years, it reads, "Sanity slipping, the tombs will hold my salvation." Oh. And we got experience for that? You move the planks aside and get nothing more than a splinter for your trouble. The unremarked cliff wall is all that you see. Why are we interacting with every single piece of wood? You pull the planks back. A crawl space extends behind them, with 2 small alcoves recessing the walls. They are remnants of grave markers and memorials from ancient times. One seems shallow. The other has been blocked by rubble falling from above. Both of them appear to have been built to hold bodies, but neither are occupied. Yet you can see a disturbance in the dust of the crawl space. Someone came by this way, at least. Perhaps they're still here. Anyone there? We can spend 2 points to get up to 70. Same with you. We can get up to 100% with you. 2 points are for 65. I think we're good with the 2 for 70. Let's use your points, though, because you don't use it for anything else. We failed. Or did we? Or did we?
Let's go. All right.
All right. Set 70%, and we failed twice. 70% success chance. I refuse to accept that. Don't tell me we fail again. 70% chance. Is there like a seed, and now we will always fail this check? No matter what, this is a 100% guaranteed failure? Because there's no way you can, statistically speaking. Okay, maybe, yeah. Nope, never mind. I mean, it can happen. That's how statistics works. That's just very unlikely. You peer deep into the gloom. The dust has been more than disturbed. You see footprints. After a few minutes, your diligence is rewarded. There is a third alcove at the back of the crawl space, hidden behind a great stone slab. The slab is held up by a stone the size of a human head, creating a small gap hardly half a meter high. Half a meter high. You crouch down and peer through the gap. Two people are hiding in the space behind it. One of them, a bearded man with a kind expression, whispers to you. Hold, friend, if friend you be. My name is Beltrax. This is Ronos Kasul. Those damned cultists gave chase to us. Ronos knew of this small sepulchre in which we have hidden, but we have nowhere left to run. They will murder us if you reveal our position. Please, Beltrax is but a visitor to this place. He has no part in our struggle with the children. Tell them that we have fled and that you couldn't find us. Yeah, I'll deal with these cultists. You have our gratitude. Good luck, friend. Looks like we're gonna murder these guys, huh? Looks like it's murder o'clock. What's all this?
Yes. Now.
Why are we allowed to click on all of these when they're all empty? What's the point? What's the point exactly?
Fine.
Hey. Should we just murder them? You know, I don't want to deal with them later. Can't find them, I'm done looking for them. You will bring them here, you will. If you're not aware that I have reinforcements, I will call them if I must. 5% chance. Yeah, we are not good at lying. I have the little girl lie. 60% worked. One day we will catch you unprepared and then you'll pay for your words. Rest assured this isn't the end of this. Your sleep will be haunted with screams. I hope we don't actually meet them later. This combat is so bad I don't ever want to fight again. Well, my friend, I have no idea why you're so generous with your time and your life, but your bravery is beyond reproach. I have some small familiarity with the weapons I carry, but I'd rather not try my prowess against 3 of them at once. And I vowed to Ronos that I'd keep him safe. I do not know how it is that they left without doing you harm. Is there chance you might tell me? Yeah, I gave him a good reason to seek their prey elsewhere. He laughs and runs his thumb across his weapon. I have some experience with that, my friend. Well done. I'm sorry you had to face those cultists. We hid, and, well, I have a favor to request. Of course you do. Those cultists, the children of the Endless Gate, they've overrun the Valley of Dead Heroes. They slaughter the visitors. They hound us, the memorialists, and have brought horror to every corner of this ancient place. Please, you have shown your mettle in dealing with these murderers. I beg of you, please find a way to make them move on. Yep, I'll do it.
Updated.
I don't like him either. Thank you, friend. The coming of the children has been a relentless nightmare for us. I wish you the best of luck. Well, I've got a lot of questions. I'm looking for the tomb of the first cast-off. I know where it is. Isn't that why you asked me to come along? We need to get to the necropolis, up along the cliff face. We'll have to use the minims to get up there, but it's easy enough. This is true. You must be careful, strong or careful, though, or both. The children are vicious and unpredictable. Tell me about the valley. It has been a burial ground for the world for at least millions of years. Yet we have uncovered no bodies in the valley itself. Oh no. Despite all the memorials, obelisks, and urns above the ground, we have not been able to find evidence of a single body. Markers exist beyond counting. Some are in scripts we cannot understand. Some are in materials we've never seen. But the bodies themselves lie in a great space between the ground. Above the ground, there is no sign of life. None at all. Except what we bring with us. How about yourself? My true name is Ronos Kaisul of the Memorialists. I came here from Sega's Cliffs to inter my beloved wife. That was over a decade ago. I remained because I felt a close connection to the place somehow. When I discovered the name of my true self, I knew. This world is the afterlife, and the graves here are our own. Now I study the world of the living, hoping to bring others to the enlightenment I've reached. Weird. Tell me about your org. We're ordinary people, really. People who understand the truth that this world is really the afterlife, and that the tombs here are our graves. Yeah, you're real weird. We maintain the valley so that no name is forgotten, so that everyone can come here and remember their true selves. Once all the tombs have been claimed, we shall see a glorious resurgence of humanity. Likewise, if we allow the names to be forgotten, devastation will sweep across the land. You hear something like a sob or gasp from OOM's direction, but when you turn... Weird. Battle tracks? Do you have something to say? How long have the cultists been here? They came to the valley recently, perhaps a month, perhaps only a week or two. Maybe some of them have been here longer than that. I don't know. The children's arrival was slow and insidious. They didn't make the ruckus they're making now. Then a few days ago, they just went berserk, started abducting and slaughtering, and, well, here we are. What can you tell me about the valley? It's a vast graveyard of sorts, but you're not going to find any bodies here above ground. You'll need to get to the necropolis to find the real tombs. But to get there, you've got to use the minims, floating pools of light. And when you walk into one, you walk out its twin someplace else. What? Tell me any more? Not really, just walk in one, walk out the other. They're the best way to get around the valley, the only way in most cases. It's just a teleportation service. Tell me about yourself. This sounds embarrassing when I say it out loud, but I came here to meet up with a sorcerer to quest for a fabled magic board. I haven't met the sorcerer yet, but I did meet a memorialist. She told me about the work they do here, about this being the afterlife, that the names we bore in life are hidden in the valley in the names of the dead, who she called the truly living. I have to admit, that was about the most carped tripe I've ever heard. But she said something after. Shadows fall where they will, as they will. Meaning, if we're shadows of others' lives, then, like shadows, we can't control what we are. That stuck with me. What if she's right? You talking about free will? What if she's still alive somewhere? What if this isn't life? I'm just a shadow waiting to step into the light. What if she's there waiting for me? It's preposterous, I know. You look at it from the outside and it's... But think about it. This world is flat and cold and empty. It feels right to believe there's another life, one that feels like living. So, I've been learning more. Ronos was my guide through the valley when those carkers came upon us. We crawled into a sepulchre behind those boards and, well, you know the rest. Loonies. Okay. So we can't get back, is the most concerning thing that has happened so far. What the hell is that? There are rifts in time and space here. A sliver of darkness hangs before you, like the entrance of a cave. Except there is no cave, only a tear in space. Within the darkness you see the glow of stars, and a cool night breeze wafts past you, carrying the scent of desert flowers. and the echoes of sounds you are not hearing around you. If you stepped through that darkness, you might go anywhere, or maybe nowhere. It could be nothing but a shadow. These are the teleporters? The cool air that sighs through it seems to follow you. The shadow does not change, no matter your perspective. You have the discomforting, not discomforting, feeling that your attention on it has drawn its attention to you, that it is somehow examining, analyzing, and assessing you. Let's just not touch it for now. Is this another one? Looking into an abandoned cave. Try to determine the nature of the darkness. I am the darkness. Alright, that's all her intelligence saves. This looks like a lot. This looks a lot like the other floating rifts you've seen, but the life force you felt in the others is weak in this one. It hasn't noticed your presence. You can sense that the void within it has no other exit, as if it had lost its mate. You also notice that the disintegrating edges of darkness are blowing away like ash or pollen. You can actually catch the flecks of darkness in your hand, but they dissolve away like black snow almost immediately. When you move closer, however, you accidentally breathe in several of the flecks. You stay very still for a few moments, listening to your body. Nothing seems to have changed in you, neither good nor bad. Probably the flecks dissipate in your lungs just as quickly. So these are like... Oh, it's her. It's Persea. Are these like just paired teleports? Yeah, I see. So that goes up there. I see.
I'm ready.
Oh, this is that same symbol, right? Blob of 3.
Consider it done.
Hey, Blob. This corpulent mass is almost too large, but slowly you realize it is 3 beings somehow molded together into one. A fleshy jumble of 3 faces on a single head, protruding from a shapeless mass of a torso. 2 of the faces track your approach, while the third mutters under his breath. When it speaks, the 3 voices blend into one buzzing, angry harmony. Tell us who you are, tell us what you want. Do you all also seek the mask? Did you climb the leaning obelisk here in the valley, held aloft by Saint Proverbius? Slimy Julian Wizen, hate him, cold and red pill, so ill. What are you? In astute question, we are 3, a glaive, a jack, and nano. Missing but 1, we require a 4th. We seek knowledge here in the valley. We pursue the wisdom of the ancients in this fallen age. We assess, we judge, but humanity is on the decline. It is only through purity and adherence to the old ways that we achieve enlightenment. What do you mean by a 4th? A 4th to join us, to complete us, to square our circle. Sing to us, to unite us. Suggest someone. Please leave me out of this. I don't think anyone should join you. What? What's wrong with us? We are perfect, pure, old guard of the old ways, protectors of truth. But respect you for speaking mind. Need one who is similar to us, who knows songs of power. There are none like us. None. We are pure. How did you come to be this way? Look at that. We climbed the leaning obelisk to seek the mask of Prosper. Everyone should climb the obelisk. We entered the portal. We emerged on the other side as you see us. A maze surrounded us, over which the painful shadow of a deity was cast. It was a labyrinth of straight corridors and right angles, full of traps, puzzles, and monsters. At last we emerged and now dream of the way to return to optimize our experience. Tell me about the mask. The mask of Prosper, the true sight. A treasure for the knowledgeable, a useless scrap for those who will not see it. Who will not see. We know its truths, and its secrets are ours. Not for the weak, not for the stupid. What can you tell me about this place? Place of ancient knowledge. A place to rest, recover, think, discuss. The memorialists have helped to locate it and understand, but they are being supplanted by the new. Hate new. The new leave us alone. They fear Blob of 3. And so shall all. We are prestigious. Do you want me to, like, kill you? No, we are happy. This way, happy. This form is perfect. I like the forms of the ancients. Need only a fourth to complete us, but where? You are fools. You have lost the way. All right, well, good luck with that. Baricial Baruna. All right, what's this deal?
Now.
Rising before you is a tall and tapering obelisk crowned with the carved stone head of some elegant, sharp-eared animal with 6 eyes. Wrapping around the obelisk are bands of engraved hieroglyphs. Let's look at the head. Hieroglyphs. The base of the obelisk is smooth, untouched by any weathering or other troubles that seem to have eroded much of the other ruins in this place. It sits in a pool of acrid liquid. The liquid smells foul and caustic, but the obelisk appears undamaged, and it's unclear how much more of the obelisk lies beneath the pool. The statue head seems to move until its eyes stare directly into yours. They are still mournful, but no longer empty. A faint, beckoning glimmer shines within. You turn to your companions, but they don't seem to notice anything strange has happened. Well, obviously, you look in the eyes. A wave of dizziness overcomes you as you gaze into the statue's eyes. You are no longer facing the obelisk. Indeed, you are no longer human. The tail of the dead lock in your mouth drags along the ground as you creep through the dense foliage to the temple. You peek out through the Gandu fronds and see the old monk, Nimu, shucking howl pods on the weathered steps. You pad out to greet him, and he grins toothlessly at the sight of you. There she is. There's my brave hunter, and with a gift. How thoughtful. This is just a bird in the eyes of a cat right now. You drop the lock at his feet, and you arch your back as he strokes your fur and adjusts your collar. But your work isn't done, sweet girl. There's locks aplenty in the grain room. Bring me a dozen more before I finish these hows, and I'll give you your favorite nibble. A dozen locks is nothing to a hunter of your skill. You pad off to the granary, ready for battle. We were a cat. What else has it shown? You watch from the undergrowth, terrified, as the followers of the bird god pull down the stone statues of the great ones and chase the monks from the burning temple. Heathen, worshippers of false gods, kill them all. A Keturo, we must kill it. The monks hide their souls in the little beasts. If we don't wipe them all out, the monks will return as strong as ever. Alright, what else? You watch from a low branch as grave robbers tear up the stones of the ruined temple's nave, looking for the old catacombs. Their leader sits on the stone head of a fallen statue, patting it and stroking its pointed ears. He laughs. This is what the old monks worshipped before the Jarudi wiped them out. The prince of the Setrual. They say his big ears hear all the secrets ever whispered within earshot of any of those 6-eyed pests. Oi, there's one now. Hasn't been a monk alive around here to tame a Setrual in 100 years. Come here, little one. Let me see that jeweled collar of yours, won't you? Looks like lovely workmanship. Keep going. You watch from under a gando bush as a father and mother drop double armloads of springwood in the middle of the temple ruins, then sit and mop their brows as their 3 children begin stripping the stalks of their bark. Plenty to build without here, at least, and we'll need all we can get. Without a perimeter fence to keep out the balls and the skullhounds, we'd be dead in a week. What about the locks? One of the children cries. Pray to Goonie, daughter. Maybe he'll send us one of his servants for us. He's the prince of all Setrual, you know. At last you are wanted. It's time to hunt. The tail of the dead lock in your mouth drags along the ground as you creep through the dense foliage to the temple. Wait, are we just repeating this? Okay, we're repeating this. Okay. Be interesting story. I like little stories like that. There's the cat. We don't know where that one goes. We don't know how to get up there. Just keep looking around.
Of course we can help.
Phoenix.
Right, Al?
Ah, there are stairs here. Hold on, before we go talk to Phoenix, what the heck is going on here? Someone's dead over here. Colo,
guess.
you are flickering between time and space. I feel like I know someone similar situation. And fear's the one that talks in riddles. Distracted? Disturbed? This cultist mutters a reply to a question you did not hear. He barks a laugh to quip that was not told. Indeed, he seems only loosely aware of anyone else's presence. He brings a cleaver down just inches from the other's hand. We watch what you're doing. You nearly severed my arm instead of his. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Too much going on. The two cultists break off their conversation as they notice you. The man, big, raw-boned, and unsettlingly unfocused, steps over the corpse they've been hacking up and raises his butcher's knife. You again. Without that crazy redhead this time. Good. You haven't got a chance with her. Have we met before? Fought you 3 times so far walking through here. Twice that redhead did for me, but I still pull my knife in your neck in every stream. Whichever way it goes, you're done. Talking about Callista? Yeah. You can see into other realities? I don't want to fight you. Then you shouldn't have stumbled past me. This is tiresome. Are you going to keep yapping at us, or are you going to put that blade to use? Colo, do I survive this? It's easy for you, but not me. I've only got the 1 life. Fine, we'll let him go. This valley is the turret of the children of the Endless Gate. You pass here at our pleasure. Thanks, Colo. Shut up. Okay. We talk to you. Are you more reasonable? Stand away. So this would be something we want to talk to Callista about.
Of course.
Of course. Phoenix. Phoenix, what is going on up here? Save. The man looks nice enough and seems unassuming at best, but this is the strangest feeling. It's almost as if he doesn't exist. As you try to focus on him, a sense of dread builds in you. You're not afraid exactly, but you know you aren't safe. You'll want my name. It's been long since I spoke. Let's see. How about you call me Fens? No, that's terrible. Hang on. Finks? Foeens? Phoenix? Yeah, that's it. Phoenix. Call me Phoenix. Hey, Fuzzy Bear. He steps forward and puts a hand on your shoulder. You have come here. Perhaps you obey the call of the tombs and give me what I need. I tell you, I need answers. Someone gave me a note. It said to come here, and I would find my answers. I would find the truth. But I can't understand this note. What use is a power if I can't understand? What's the purpose of my power if I cannot see? Ask me, I don't know. Hold on, cat wants attention. Hi. You want to come up here, kitty? Can I see the note? Ask me of wisdom, and I may grant it to you.
I'll remember that.
If you can show me that you know, then I will share my knowledge with you. So, let us talk. You will ask me questions, and with them, you will share your insights. All right, tell me about yourself. I've decided my name is Phoenix. I am a seeker? Is that, how one would say it? Yes, I am a seeker. It is wisdom I seek. All the things I've found. You're trying to escape. The structure of the world is not as you imagine. What you see and feel is nothing more than the varied interactions of fundamental forces. Don't put your face on that apply rules to subsequent large pieces. Those pieces become what we call matter, what we call meat, what we call reality. Enlightenment comes from within, or does it come from without? Enlightenment, yeah, can't it be both? It can. Find answers within. Let another show you the path. Both lead to surprising destinations if you let them. Fuzzy, you're just going to town on that camera over there. Why don't you remember your name? Oh gosh, the color is all off. Names are a construct of consciousness, but there is some fundamental importance to them, or to consciousness itself. Names are a construct of consciousness. Is there an importance to names or to consciousness? I mean, isn't consciousness necessary to assign importance or other values? A fair counter. From what I have seen, life continues in many places, in many worlds, and consciousness has mediated itself of existence in some species, I cannot say if it is important. I cannot say, perhaps we might. Are you from this world? It is familiar to me, the lines, the curves, the structures, but it is like a poor sketch of the world I remember. I see its textures, its strokes, and I see the medium on which it is drawn. But I can lift the sketch and see the truth beneath it. I do not know my origins. What are you doing here? I seek. I was given a note, a strange note. A note that told me to come here and that I would find the answers I need. Anger creases his brow. I hold it and I study it. I read it, yet I do not understand it. So how do I learn it? Ask someone else to help you with it. I have asked. Have you any trouble from the occultist here? Trouble? Not for me. They've come for me many times. They do not leave. Okay. Can I see the note then?
I'll remember that.
You have the mind of a seeker, not merely an explorer. Yes. You may take the note. Return if you're able to find my answer. Okay. This thing? This ragged synth square is engraved with scrawls and symbols, presumably some kind of writing, but is mostly unfamiliar to you. Phoenix says the note told him to come to the Valley of Dead Heroes and that he would find the answers he needs. He gave it to you because he has found no answers, but he has not so far. He hopes you will find them in his place. Although the engraved symbols are mostly incomprehensible, 4 numbers are written in the truth, 1 on each line of text, 1535. Didn't we also get 4 numbers from you as well? Are these like codes to get into a place? I feel like it's like a code to get somewhere. Alright, what is this? A tall wire and metal frame, don't rub your cheeks on that, stands on top of a synth base. The base contains dozens of carvings in a foreign script. The frame has been cunningly devised from strange materials, and within its colors lights curl and intersect like smoke, dancing in a wavering helix. The lights occasionally combine to create human figures, which dissolve in a second or two without ever resolving into distinct features. Alright, what's all this then? We failed at 80%. Try again. 75%. Upon closer inspection, you believe this monument, or at least parts of it, to be a recent addition to the valley. Nearly everything around here is weathered, buried, or in decay, and while the synth base meets those criteria, the carvings within it look relatively fresh. Cat, you're gonna have to go down soon, because you are rubbing cheeks on things you shouldn't be. There are even a few synth shavings still resting at the base of the monument. Likewise, the wire and metal frame has been built from several different pieces and materials, all grafted onto the synth base. I'm jumping down now. Thank you for joining me, Fozzie. So the script is a Ninth World language then, but not the truth. Perhaps it was carved by members of a small village or aldea in the area, far from the larger cities. The wire and metal frame was built by someone skilled with the Numenera. He or she used disparate devices to create a beautiful vortex of light. This is a memorial for someone, or perhaps several someones, built with great care. The artisan's loss weighs heavily as you look upon this place. Perhaps that is its purpose. You reflect for a moment on the sorrow the artisan of this memorial must have felt, carving each word by hand, shaping their faces in light. Then it is time to move on. Okay, you bet. What's this? Bubbles rise from the pool before you, and its barren edges are crusted with a white rim. The acrid reek of the water makes your eyes tear up. The rime and reek around the pool suggests that the water has a dangerously high alkaline content. It would be dangerous to drink or even touch. Despite the bubbles and deep color, the water is crystal clear, and you can see down into the depths of the pool. There is a brassy metallic globe down there, caked with rime, but otherwise whole. Unfortunately, it is far too down to reach without diving in. Well, it's gonna hurt, but let's go for it. Boy howdy, is that not highly likely to succeed. 90% chance. Let's go for the 70%. Like, really? Success! You dive into the water and your eyes instantly start burning. Your body's aflame, but you kick down, determined, and scrabble for the globe. As soon as it's safe in your hands, you kick for the surface. You are screaming in pain as you climb from the pool. After agonizing minutes, you're able to pull yourself together enough to examine the globe. When you do, you discover it holds a treasure trove. Pellucid wrap. I gained cyber sickness. I'm not even the one that jumped down in there. Savant's Slipknot. Why did I get the debuff? Oh, because it's a cipher. I see. Increases the stat pool with the highest max value by 1. Sure. It's this... Oh, this is like a forever thing. I could just like use it right now. That would increase my int by 1. Use. Perfect. Always use it on the main character. Okay, so that goes up here. What's
If you're
this?
sure it's safe.
Where are all those people? This 5-meter-long black slab of basalt, or perhaps obsidian, has been smoothed by age. A stone statue holds the slab at angle, lifting it to the sky. Or he is lowering it. It is impossible to determine whether the incline is real or if you imagine it. At the top end, you can see a window into another reality, a portal wide enough to step through. On the other side, it looks like a harsh and angular world. Examine the slab. It's perfectly smooth. Some loving hand has polished it to a mirror gloss, though distortions beneath its surface change your appearance with every slight movement. As you lean in to examine it, your reflection appears unspeakably beautiful. A few centimeters closer, and it becomes a shrieking horror. This close, you can feel a dense psychic weight around the obelisk, as if a culture's hopes and expectations had been packaged into a single solid form. The thought of meeting those expectations and ascending the incline is daunting. Okay, statue. It is a gray statue of a robed man with an ornate warhammer strapped to its back, holding the obelisk aloft, or setting it down gently, with his muscular arms. He exudes a fierce determination, as if he were using every quantum of energy in raising or lowering the great slab. A sign has been added to his back, a childish scrawl that reads, "The Saint of Proverbs." Yeah, we're not climbing that first. Okay, so we have a few teleporty places we can go. I think first we should check out this place that doesn't appear to have an exit. And see where that goes. Let's see where this goes. The darkness surrounds you. You are whipped by it as if by a wind. It is a swirling vortex with no way back, no way ahead, and no way back. The opening you pass through has vanished into utter blackness. A hail of tiny objects batters you in the dark, thrown by the wind. Rocks or bones or drit, you cannot tell. Then something large and sharp slams into you, and you wrestle with it for a moment before realizing it's a skeleton, though not human. As you try to shrug it off, you feel an object in its hands. You pry it free, and the skeleton falls past you. Then the winds loft you toward the bright spot in darkness, and you tumble back out the opening you entered. Okay. It's a cipher. Confers stim. Plus 45% on non-combat tasks. That's a really good buff. 45%. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You have to use it. But... Wow. Okay. Neat. Let's go up here first, because this looks like a dead end, whereas this looks like it leads somewhere. dark, dark, light, light. I don't know which one she said we're supposed to go to. Well, this is a place we can sleep as well, apparently.
I'm going.
Sure.
Hey, Persea, how are you doing, girl? You recognize this woman from the description that Omadon gave you in Sagas Cliffs. This is Persea, Omadon's lost love. She certainly doesn't appear as confused as Omadon made her sound. Instead, she's studying the necropolis with a frustrated expression. Persea, yeah, let's not freak you out, but I convinced that guy to leave you alone. You what? And you're certain he hasn't followed you anyway? Thank you. You have no idea how much you've helped me. Damn cultist. I need to get back inside, but I can't risk... Never mind. None of your concern. You've done more than enough. Okay, I guess I could have asked you first, but that's fine. It's fine.
Yes.
We'll just ignore that, then. A large upside-down pyramid floats before you, lit from below by a soft white light. It is made of weathered stone. You can see the lights and hear a faint buzzing through the crack in its crumbling facade. You study it from every side. There's no inscription to explain why it was erected or by whom, nor is there any obvious way to interact with it. You do notice that the light from inside the cracks seem to follow your hand as you slide it across, so perhaps it is reacting to you. Let's figure this out. Stored intellect and speed. Oh, nice. You slide your hands across the pyramid, following not the cracks, but the symbols and etchings on its surface. After a great deal of experimentation and not a small amount of luck, you discover a specific pattern which causes the light to grow in intensity. As it does, a soft warmth envelops you, refreshing your body and mind. As you feel better, however, the pyramid seems to grow more dim. You stop, not wanting to waste the pyramid's obvious healing powers just yet. It should be saved for time when you really need it. Which is not right now. Okay, nice. To full heal. I mean, it only fully healed me, though, right? Yeah.
I'm going.
19 bucks, easy.
All right, here I go.
That's water. That's supposed to be pungent water? That does not look like water. Has to be another way out of here. You don't understand how the portal works? Hey, dude, what's going on? This androgynous woman projects an air of fearsome will. Her muscles are thin and wiry, and her body streams of sharp edges. She seems like a human stiletto. Her head is shaved, and she bears the tattoo of a cast-off on her scalp. It's cast-off. Never seen you before. I'm Barakel Bruna. How long have you been awake since he moved out? Of your body, I mean. He's not joining Paj, Baracel. He's not joining Paj. Not if I have anything to do with it. Wait, is that the same? Yeah, that's the guy that met Kina. We met in Kina's mind. Not particularly interested in recruiting anyone, Matt Kina. Not my mission. You still mad about Colm? Still carrying that grudge? All the people she fought so hard to save, they're all dead. Natural causes. But you don't carry a grudge for natural causes. I'm starting to remember why I left Meal Avest. Trying to remember why we encouraged you to leave. Anyway, was on my way to Meal Avest with a message for Paj Reckon, but the portals are blocked. The cowards heard someone say the Sorrow's hunting again, so they locked the doors behind themselves. Paj will get her message later. I need to return to the endless battle. Tell me about Paj. Oh, right, you're new. Paj is commander of the 1st's militia. Took up the mantle, keeping our cursed sire's forces contained. Smart woman, tough. Okay, so she is on the side of the 1st militia, but she's not a good person. That's what I'm getting. Why would you fight the changing god? He's gonna kill us if he gets the chance. He wants to erase us. Thinks that's the way to stop the sorrow. We're not his children to him, more like broken clones, byproducts. He'd never sacrifice himself, but that's because he's the only real person in this world. I thought the first was dead. She is. Paj kept the name in the first's honor. She doesn't care for the glory. I'm sure. Besides, our creator's cart. Fighting him's the best bet. Using the first's name reminds everyone why we fight. What's the message you have? Endless battle intelligence, not for you. Let's see. What can you tell me about this place? We're going to. She stares at you flatly for a moment. You feel tickled at the back of your mind, and she shrugs. See for yourself if you can get in. They've locked themselves away. Think they're going to find answers while they're tucked away from the world. Place has its uses, true, but it's mostly a bolt hole from the world. Death comes for us all. Mila Vest is just a place to prolong the waiting. How are you going to get back? I was looking at the pass to Colne Village, but it's collapsed. Doesn't seem to be any way over these mountains either. No matter. I'll find a different way. Sooner rather than later, I think. Tell me about the endless battle. If it's really endless, why do you keep fighting? Makes us stronger, faster, deadlier. More of what we are. Strips away the dross of life and makes experience shine. Peacetime life is dull and worthless. Like watching life go past through a veil. War clarifies life. Makes us better. Endless is a good thing if you keep that in mind. What's so cowardly about keeping the sword out of the Mila Vest? Hasn't found them there for 100 years, but now they say it's time to close the doors, like it's gonna traipse in. Been telling them that if the Sorrow tries hard enough, it'll get in. Can't stop that kind of power. On that, we agree. Mila Vest is a false hope. Always were smart about that. Pity you're not so reasonable on the rest. Alright. Later, dude. No, you won't. I'm done looking for a way over these twice damn mountains. Gonna find a different way out of the valley. Been real good talking with you, though. Can I ask some any more questions? No. Later. Assure you that I am aware. Alana, Luca, and Denovan. The man looks up at you momentarily before looking away into the distance at nothing in particular. He takes a drag on his smoke. His presence strikes you as odd, as if something about him were trying to inspire dread in you. What's your name? Denovan Russ. Tell me who you are again. What are you doing here? Trying to get home. You see that woman? That's Thalana. You got questions? Yeah. What can you tell me about the valley? Nothing. Just dust and memories. Okay, good talking to you. Luca. The man is busy reading a strange device. An elegant square of some kind of metal. Odd letters and images flash by on a reflective screen and screen embedded in the square. When you draw near, you notice that the device is plugged into his arm with a long silver wire, and one of the man's eyes is mechanical. Greetings, I am Luca Marigali. Sometimes I read in the older tongue. I uncover great knowledge this way. For instance, the formal education of the young begins in utero, with nervous system uptake inhibitors and microwave transmissions to the developing fetal brain. You see? I do not know the species to which this refers, but I begin to know of them. At any rate, what can I do? Tell me yourself. I have spoken my name already. The knowledge of my character is thus more important. I was a soldier. I travel with my friends. I and my friends travel to our home, or at least this is our plan. I admit to concern for my friends. They seem trapped in the past, paralyzed. They are not as they were when we set out, nor, to be fair, am I. What do you mean when they're different? What? They were full of hope once. We and a dozen others set out from our home, in Aldea west of Sagas Cliffs, to find fortune in the endless battle. We joined a recruiter in Sagas Cliffs and enlisted with the army of the changing god. We thought we were prepared. We were not. We were in trenches. We fought with bolt throwers, energy weapons, and detonations. That first day saw half our friends obliterated, by a rogue particle wave that emanated from our side of the battlefield. And then we woke again in a new reality, our memories of the old world intact, but our bodies whole. Except for Timpo. He was half dissolved in this new reality, so it went incremental gains as a whole, with certain consequences carrying into new lives. Sometimes they would undo all our day's heroism for an unseen advantage. Other times we'd lose a friend forever. One day I was caught half out of a trench. The air exploded above us and I burned. The new reality did not restore me. I spent some weeks under the care of surgeons. When I awoke, I was, as you saw me, and our other friends had been killed. Thalana and Denovan reacted very differently to me. They say I too have changed. I don't know. I know that I no longer fear. I do not remember much of emotion. I recall the fear and horror, but I do not recall its taste. And when I spoke to them, they agreed that it was time for us to leave. To leave before we became those forgotten names, lost in the flux of worlds. Tell me anything else? I am unwilling to commit personal details to a stranger. I have told you what I'm willing to share. No more. What are you telling me about the valley? It is a dry place. I tasted the water that bubbled up nearby. It was alkaline and induced strange visions. My new metabolism protected me from the worst of it. Had my friends tasted it, they might have died. We have found no bodies, nor anything of value. All is quiet, but this is a waypoint, not a destination. Oh, so we could drink the water and have crazy visions? Oh, we might try that. Thalana, hi. You see a slender woman covered in worn brown robes leaning over the fire, the cowl pulled low over her head. Her skin is a dark bronze color. Here to interrogate me? I am Thalana Markoreth. What do you... Her eyes alight on your tattoo and she hisses. Shit. Again, why does it... Is it... This isn't like a weird censorship thing, is it? Where you can't swear but you can say other things? Is this gonna be like rated T for teen? Peggy 13? Right? You bastards are all over the place here, eh? Look, I can't tell you anything, alright? We're done with the fighting. What are you talking about? I mean, she knows I'm gonna be like, you know what? Can't tell me anything? I'll be the judge of that. Start talking. Well, it was after the 4th inversion that the 3 of us realized we were the draft in the machine. Just a bit of talk to draw attention away from the big maneuvers. We took a lot at our acute pay and realized it wasn't worth the poisoning of our realities, so we left. We didn't see anything, and we didn't go anywhere near the intelligence. We're just grunts, alright? Yeah, I have no part in the battle, but answer some questions for me. Alright, good. Sure, we'll answer anything you want. Tell me about yourself. Me, Denova, Luca, Timpo, Zad, and all the rest, they're my crew, my men. We're just trying to find a way home from the endless battle. We came through Colm, but it's not exactly a forgiving route, just trying to figure out where we go next. Her skin is metal. Okay. A price of the endless battle. One of the reasons I left. I used to think I'd earn glory there. Thought my nano skills would propel me high. Only room in that exalted air is for cast-offs. The rest of us bleed while you lot laugh. That's why we got out. Hold, you came through Colm? What was it like there? Haven't been back for centuries, not since Tash. I couldn't bear the thought of it. It's just ruins mostly. Cursed ground. People tell stories of some kind of genocide hundreds of years ago. But who knows if that's true. We didn't want to go through there, but we did. What are you doing here? Camping. Trying to figure out our next steps. Came through Colm with reluctance and decided it wasn't the best place to plan. Thought we'd get a clearer perspective down here. Instead, there's some sort of cult war going on. We've got to leave sooner than later. Where's Timpo and Zad? They're dead, I know. If you can't see them, it's no fault of mine. Frankly, they're lucky they don't have to talk to you. I see. What can you tell me about the endless battle? Oh no, no. Too much horror. You want to know about the endless battle? Talk to my crew. Yeah, okay. I talked to Luca. Just Luca? If you get more than one of them talk, maybe I will too. Looks like you've been resting for a while. Is it safe? Safe for us. We make it safe for you. $100. No, I'm good. It's pathfinding. Thought I said you were deserters. He stops breathing. The smoke falls from his nerveless fingers. His face goes slack with terror. He starts shaking, and a single sob breaks from the throat. Jesus. No. Let's just continue the PTSD. Yeah. Great idea. Try to talk to that. Yeah. Good enough. They were normal people once. Ordinary, thrill-seeking kids. Look at them now. Most wars. A group of people march in with their artifacts, gravity, light pulse, time benders, and march back out. Endless battles like that, but going on for centuries. Think of what it does to the landscape. Think of what it does to the psychic terrain. Think of what it does to your friends. And when you're vermin to the people who run the war, when you got no hope to survive and you can feel realities collapsing around you, when you see wormholes open up and monsters walk through, when the air is toxic and the ground melts and you feel your mind assaulted. But it's not personal. It's not someone who wants your destruction in particular. You're just inconvenient to them. Your death is another number, a way to measure their success. It's hell, a business like hell. And you did it. Cast-offs. You could stop if you wanted, but you don't, or maybe you don't care. I mean, when you've made statistics of your enemies, faceless foes whose existence you can erase without qualm, you're not just hurting them, you're hurting yourself. The way you see the world. Soon everything is conflict and pain. All that matters is your success. And you've killed yourself, and you don't even know it. It ruins everything, everyone it touches. Who started this war? Question. Who started this war? It would have been the Cast-offs, right? But, like, I don't understand the whole... I mean, I get it. It's just supposed to be an endless war, but, like, what's the goal? What's the end game? Why can't the ever-changing God just ignore it? Or maybe he has, and it's just people fighting on his behalf. Why they just can't let it go for whatever reason. Anyway. I think we move on. We are almost done for the night. I want to check out the slab thing again. And then we would save the portal for tomorrow, I think.
Sure.
I want to see what this is. Do you not slurp, please? Why can't I interact with?
Now.
What the heck?
Trust and honesty are our bonds.
That's weird. Climb the step. The slab is nearly frictionless, and you find it almost impossible to gain any sort of traction. But as you press your fingers onto its surface, you can feel it melting slightly at your touch. You pull yourself slowly upward on your belly, inch by inch, your fingers beginning to bleed. You just reach the 3-meter mark when the glistening rock begins to shake. You release your grip and slide to the ground, all your progress lost in a moment. A voice cries out in mortal terror, and the menhir crashes to the ground with a thunderous roar. A great plume of dust rises in the air. When the dust settles, the portal has vanished. You can barely make out the fingers of a hand protruding from beneath the rock, holding a scrap of gray fabric that looks almost like a mask. The fingers twitch. Oh. Is this the mask that one dude was looking for? Let's examine the hand. It is gray, the color of stone, leached of life. It has no other distinguishing characteristics. None, that is, but the strip of gray fabric dangling from the fingertips. The mask. Alright, let's take the mask. As you pick up the mask, its ashen gaze fixes on you. The gray fabric feels like flesh, a slab of wet meat draped across your fingers. A whisper caresses your mind. Prosper. You feel an unconscious revulsion, and then you turn away from the fallen slab. This must be the mask the pungent blob sought. The face that never remembered. Huh. How about that? Alright, Blobbo. Let's go. Give Blobbo his thing. Buddy. I saw the portal had vanished when the obelisk fell. Yes, and from this, we all understand that we cannot attain that height again. The portal exists only in our memories. Here, you can have the mask. The blob reaches out with his deformed arms and accepts the mask from you. The three faces immediately start trying to control the creature's arms so they can place the mask on one of the other faces. They lose interest in you for a moment. Give it to me, no me. Wear it, Tulk Sniffer. How you feeling? Okay. I thought surely more would come of that. But I guess not. I guess not. So, yeah, it looks like the next part to go is up there. And that's a really good time for us to probably be done for the night. So, there we go. Thank you all for hanging out. And, yeah.